Hey everyone, we're over here at a vacancy in Huntington Beach. By the way, here's Vinny over here. All right, we're gonna start by cutting around this before we even loosen it. So I'm gonna be very careful. It does have a lot of caulking around it. And of course the epoxy. Alright, my wife should be here, Alicia. She should be here pretty soon. I don't have the patience to do the back. So when she gets here, she's a little bit lighter than me and a little bit more flexible. She can get back there and do a good job. And I'll just move forward with starting to take out some of the plumbing underneath and get it ready. Alrighty, we're all set up here to get everything disconnected underneath. Got everything we think we need. Vinny's gonna get under there and start disconnecting everything, and then when Alicia gets here, she'll cut the back of that and release the sink. Then Alicia will get all the new stuff here all pre-fitted and put together before setting the new sink. So anyway, we'll get started here, Vinny. Let's find a nice place for this. I wonder if I should zoom it in a little bit. We'll do is we'll break the clips. I did all that.
You did all that?
Yeah, I sure did.
Okay.
So basically now what I would like to do is see about the clips. You want to help make sure everything's disconnected and ready to go.
Okay.
And Vinny hand her anything she needs.
Do we have a flashlight?
We have a DeWalt.
Do you have keys?
Thank you.
Okay, she's finishing where Vinny left off. Like I said, the union electrician is in between waiting for the union hall to call him. He just finished up a 4-year job, and now he's going to be moving on to something else. So this is basically me and Alicia's deal here, but he's here to help us while he's
Can
waiting.
another tool for the faucet, the orange one? Thank you. That works.
We can leave we're not saving the faucet, so we don't need any of that. We just need to be able to pop that thing out.
Okay. There's actually, this thing is ready to come up. Ready to come up.
Okay, so what about the clips?
No clips.
It doesn't have clips?
No.
So how's it being just sitting and talking?
Yes, that's what's gonna be.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well hold on here. I want to make sure we don't rip nothing up here.
You're kind of.
No, it's not. It's not. It's right.
Hey Vinny, can you get under there and kind of just push up on one end lightly, and let's just see what it does. This is either going to go easy or it's going to go
Okay.
just kind of lightly, not much power, just a little bit.
Okay.
Big guy. We're going to work around it a little bit, Vinny. Before you push it, we can already see it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So,
Yeah, I see some caulking in the back more. Like
yeah.
corners are filled.
So what we'll do is maybe we can get, you know, that rubber
From the inside, maybe?
that and the outside. I'd rather go from the outside than inside because we might push some of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But Vinny, do you think you could go get that rubber mallet?
Yeah.
And that way we can tap around it little by little. Alrighty, we got a leash over here. It's going to set up the sink. Get everything set up. She's going to put farmer's putty on the spatula strainer and everything else that needs to be done. And get it ready to drop in as soon as possible. A lot of this is easier to do when the sink is still out. If you need to hold it, then let me know.
Thank you.
Some of these faucets come with a rubber O-ring around here or a rubber gasket where you don't need plumber's putty. On this particular faucet, they have a O-ring right here which will protect it from water in this area. But you still need plumber's putty around it because you got these other areas here that are vulnerable. So when this happens, we just go ahead and rerun our plumber's putty all the way around it. Here you can see she's got her plumber's putty coming on out of there, squeezing it. She's got those bolts as tight as they can probably go. That gives you a really good seal. And later on, once she's got it in a better position, we can make sure those nuts are, there's 3 nuts under there. We like the easy fit ones. They're called, they're by Glacier Bay, and they're called Easy Lock. The reason why we like those, we've had the other ones with the rings, but sometimes if you're by yourself and you're trying to tighten up that bottom ring underneath and that thing spins, your plumber's putty comes out from underneath it. It's just, this makes it so simple. You tighten all 3 of those up, and I've never had one leak, never. Here we're going to get ready for the garbage disposal. Same thing with the garbage disposals. They sell garbage disposals where you have bottom ring that you can tighten. The same thing happens. You don't have somebody to help hold it on the top. It starts spinning on top while you're trying to tighten it. Right? I mean, that's why Syncerator uses them, because they're pretty much fail proof. If you put the putty in the way you're supposed to and put everything the right way and tighten it up, I've never really had one leak. She puts a really good amount of plumber's putty around it. It's success, but especially on a sink that has a flat bottom, you know, that's overkill. But we're all about overkill most of the time. If you have a sink with a bottom with a deep well, then you need that much. But in this case, you don't. But the good news is she can put as much as she wants, because on this particular plumber's putty, they sell two, one with a blue lid and a white lid. The blue lid is very hard. It's hard to sustain free product. It's very hard to, you know, it's not very pliable. The reason why is they take out a lot of the oils in that one so it doesn't stain granite tops, where this one is full of oils, which is actually better waterproofing, from what I've been told, and it's a lot softer. So she can put as much as she wants. It's going to clamp down. It's going to squeeze out. No problem at all. She tries to make sure that the Syncerator emblem is pretty straight. Let me know when you want to look. Onto that. Let's turn that around so they can see that snap that you have to deal with. She gets that in, and then she gets that in, and she puts the cardboard, and then she puts that, and she gets that, and then there's a ridge, a little ridge here. This ring has to stop in, snap in. So I'm going to kind of support it from the back. That's snapped in nicely. Now she's going to go ahead and tighten those screws down. I got this. I'll hold it right there. Okay, give me a second. Wow. Let's make sure this sinks into the ridge so it's nice and straight. I want to pull the putty away to make sure you're sinking it nice and right, but I want to get a picture of that putty that's coming out of there so you have an idea. And by no means are we trying to tell you how to do this. I'm just showing you how we do it. And it's been working for 28 years, so. And here you can see the garbage disposal, how the plumber's putty, usually you just take a putty knife and go around it and it comes right off. What I'm doing is I want to make sure that this ring is in this groove right here, not more to one side or the other. So I'm peeling it off, and then when we're done, she'll tighten a little more and probably have to peel off a little bit more. You can see she's right in the pocket here. And if not, you can just kind of push it. It's still maneuverable. You can squeeze it, get it where you want it, and then tighten it down. Okay, what do you got going on over here? Let's see how it goes. Alright, then he's got it going on over here. He pretty much went around it with a putty knife and broke it loose. As you can see here, I can pull up on it and she's free. So we'll go ahead and pull that guy out and take it out to the back. And let me open up the back for you. You can grab it into the garbage disposal basket strainer and pull it straight out. Don't drag it on the tile. Straight up. How's the back? Is the back? Oh, the back's a little bit frozen. We don't want to pull that up. Let's get a utility knife, Alicia. Yeah. You want to help him with the back here? I mean, somebody's got to operate this camera, right? Okay, the back, everything's broken loose except it's hinged right there. So can you get underneath it, Alicia? Maybe underneath with a spatula?
This is how she acted when she was waiting the tables. Did he met her?
Yeah, working hard. 29 years, 31 years ago. Hold it, Alicia. I want to make. I don't want to pull up on it. I want to make sure. Get underneath it and get a putty knife.
Let's see.
There's a putty knife right there.
Okay.
And
Go underneath first. Try upside down.
we're gonna pull a little pressure on it or lift it up a little bit, hinge it up. Now, just I'm gonna just put it.
Might be glue.
Yeah, go ahead and use that putty knife and we'll hold it. Let's not pull up on it. Let her do the work. It'll when it's done, it'll just flop out of there. I'm kind of just putting a little bit of force on it, just a little bit.
That's clear, Mom.
No, I'm trying to get
I
that.
see it. It's clear. It's the other way. See?
The left side, which is your right side, is done. Come over my way. Easy, girl. There we go.
You want me to go up and down with it?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Hold it there. I'm gonna put some under here, Vinny, just to wedge it a little bit. I'm just gonna tap it a little bit.
Yeah, that looks strong.
Yeah, on your right side.
That's good. Look, it's jiggling.
No, right about here by the faucet.
By the aerator.
Yeah, by the aerator and the faucet. There she comes. She's coming. You got it, Al. Keep going a little bit by the faucet. There it is. Put the tape on this side and do the same thing. There you go. Okay, he's got it. Let's see what Alicia's doing down there.
Okay.
Okay, help him go straight out with that and make sure he gets out the door good. Good job. Okay, this is what we got left. And we're gonna see what we can do to get some clips on this one. But again, the sealant worked great, so we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up while Alicia goes back over there and gets that sink set up. Get it all in there and clean up the bottom. So when you go to put the sink in, we can lay down in there and get that shit all over our back. It has just that gasket, so I want to do pump cut around the whole thing. Which way to go? Let me see. Is there front and back to them?
Doesn't have front
There's
and
some
back.
emblems on here.
No front and back of those. It's on the faucet.
Yeah, you're right. It goes either way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, either way. So we put some plumber's paste on this first, and then we'll run it all through, and then I'll have to hold it. Put a nice 10 bead and put a bead here and a bead here. You don't need nothing around it. Well, just for the hell of it, go ahead and put a bead there. What we're gonna do is, even though it has the gasket here, we're gonna put some plumber's putty around there, and then a little piece here, a little piece here, and then just for the hell of it, a little piece here and a little piece here, in case this fails, it doesn't buckle down 100%. Who knows? We just overkill the shit out of it.
Which is normal though.
Really? Yeah. I didn't think it was good to do that.
Lips are done. That's what we would do.
Well, I didn't think it was good to drink to the end.
There's like old batteries.
Oh.
Do you want me to leave this on? But
No, just take that out. You know what I did? I just take the edge of that. And I just kind of scoot it like that. There you go. Pull it downward instead of upward. Never pull upward. Looks good. Just clean this shit up here. Take it. Just kind of clean a little bit.
for this, like that.
Yeah, feels really good. Just take your putty. Let me see the putty knife.
And
Keep
it's
the putty
so
knife.
straight on here.
Keep the putty knife way over here.
Yeah, I'm using it in this corner.
Yeah, use this corner, just kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, just knock it down a little bit, just check for some high spots. See, that's all acceptable.
Yeah, but I need that and do this.
Yeah, you're good. For a union electrician, you're doing a good job.
Oh, this is high.
Yeah, I think your sink's gonna sit wedged over here, probably. You know, it'd be nice to set it in and just see where it's gonna go. Okay, Al, can I just see your sink real quick?
Just measure.
I'm gonna drop it in, just to see. A rough little drop it. How do you want this out?
You want it? Don't worry about it.
Okay, here she's finishing up the bottom plate for the faucet. She's going around it with some plumber's putty, and I'll give you a little look at it after she's done. Vinny's doing a good job over here. Hey, Ellie, we've got, I think that faucet, does that faucet come with its own water supply lines?
Yeah,
Oh, it does, so we're gonna have to change the angle stops,
okay,
because it didn't come with an adapter, right?
I know.
Okay, well, the good news was I bought, well, the bad news is they've got a 1/2 inch, but that's okay. The combo, we only have to change one angle stop because the combo for the faucet, the combo angle stop that feeds the dishwasher, they used a 1/2 inch compression fitting. And I bought 3/8 and 3/8, which means I would have to change out the supply line, so we'll just leave that one alone because the nipple for the faucet is 3/8. So the only one we have to change is the cold side in order to make it work. So I do have a 3/8 coming up here, right? 3/8. Yeah, 3/8 coming up here. You can take this water line out right here. Take that off, take that off, and then we'll change that angle stop. We'll ask Alicia to change that for us. Okay. Go ahead and put just a little right here, a little right there. It doesn't need it, but why not? Keep it a little ways from the building. There we go. That's just all extra protection. So basically what she did, even though it has that gasket right here, she went in and put her plumber's putty around. That'll really keep it nice and tight, sealed up. If any of this gets on the O-ring, it won't matter. It all compresses down and gives it waterproofing, so basically. On that faucet, Alicia, I don't know if this can go either way, if that faucet locks down a certain way, so why don't we test it before I put it down and center it. Because what I thought would I would put it down like this, let you center the holes, and then put this next. But I can see right now that there's no notches in this, no notches here, so it don't matter.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get this on. Put it where you want it, and we'll put that on next. We'll see here. Okay, what I'm trying to do is line it up as best as possible. Here you can see I'm kind of lining up the plastic. Kind of lining up the plastic with these holes like this, just to get them nice and centered as much as possible. And then I'll put it in place for her.
Maybe if we see the other way that we can put the faucet in and see the back. Put it down.
Yeah. I feel that looks pretty good. Does that look pretty good?
Yeah.
We'll straighten it out left and right after.
No, you do the plate on.
Huh?
The plate.
Oh yeah.
Put it down, let's snap it on place.
Okay.
You're gonna extend the faucet.
No.
Put it on place.
How many angles stop there? Keep on filling up and dripping.
Probably got a, okay, there is a, we did do this. Look at this. That feels about right there, I think.
Stick one more down.
More?
I think. Now try this angle, now go, okay. There.
Okay.
There?
Yeah, you can tighten it down. Yeah, that looks good too. Basically, this has a certain amount of travel, and you just want to make sure that the travel is the same on both sides as much as possible. We'll see.
It's got the,
Which looks pretty good.
the logo.
And it's got the logo, so the logo is in the center. Okay, good deal.
Now
You wanna
lift it
tighten
up,
it down?
lift it up.
Okay, before you tighten it, let me make sure it's left and right. Looks good. That looks good to me. You want to look at it from that angle? Now she's scraping the bottom. I mean the cylinder away from there. This is a nice, if you can see here, let me get a shot of that how it's squishing out of there. You can see here how the plumber's putty squishes out of there all the way around. She just takes a putty knife and does that to it. And then all that will just roll right off like that. Give you a nice clean finish right here. You want me to hold it while you tighten it, or do you think it's tight enough?
I think it's tight enough.
So basically, can you flip that up on the back? I want to show the
You're not
bottom of
supposed
it.
to use no wrench on that or
No, that's
pliers.
hand tight. Yeah, hand tight. So you got the two basket strainers in. One for the garbage disposal and one for the other. On this side,
You wanna give it a turn?
in a minute. Here you have the faucet. And then here you have the basket strainer. You can see here how the plumber's putty is coming out. Whenever you do a garbage disposal, you want to see that squishing out all the way around. Let me put this down and I'll help you out.
Give it a turn.
Damn, you had it tight.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I think that can stay. We're ready to drop that in after. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky and get some clips on that because this is a little bit different. It's newer and the clips look like they might reach out for it.
Now that box, the garbage disposal box, or
Yeah.
is the garbage disposal in there?
It is in there. You want it? What we're using on this particular unit, or this sink, is going to be a 1/2 horsepower. It's considered to be renter grade, income property grade for the style house.
Maybe.
The reason why they don't go with the big expensive ones is because for some reason tenants don't seem to care. They run everything down there and ruin them. So when that happens, this is about a $140 fix compared to a $300 unit. Alrighty. Okay, what we got going on here is that faucet that comes with its own water supply line that are on there, and they take 3/8 fittings. Over here, we have a double nipple angle stop, and this has 3/8 coming up and 1/2 inch on over here. So I'm lucky this way because the hot water, the faucet will connect here. But over here, we have an angle stop that's a 1/2 inch. So basically, we're going to remove that with our puller, and then we're going to put a push-on 3/8 angle stop. Basically, what she's going to do here, you have a puller, and that'll pull the back end of that angle stop off because it has a compression ring, as you'll see in a minute. She's going to go ahead and change that out. You might be able to spin it now, just hold it back in that. Now show them where that ferrule is. Point to that ferrule. There's a compression ferrule. Those are squeezed on tight. Usually the best way to get that off is with a puller. We put a little WD-40 on it. She cleans it first. That helps the ring slide. And then she puts a little WD-40 on it, which I'm gonna go get.
This one looks pretty fair. Pretty good.
Alrighty, she's going to put a little WD-40 on the tip of that. That goes inside the copper pipe. And that'll help. Put a little on the outside of the copper too. There we go. Oh, look at that. It came right off. Usually those rings are so compressed. Show them the rings. That ring is so compressed that you got to use a puller. Show them how the puller kind of works. When it's in like that, then the ring is on there. Then she puts that puller behind the nut, and then that part goes in like this. You don't have to go all the way, they get the hint, and then it pulls it out like that. It compresses and brings it all the way out. This happens just once every 5 years. Usually they're on there tight. So, alrighty. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use a push-on 3/8 angle stop valve, brass craft, and let's see here. She's cleaning it. That way it pushes on easy and the clamps on it grab good. And there's a little O-ring here that you don't want to screw up. So I'll take that off. Basically what we do is we kind of mark it, and you have a pencil. What we're going to do is we're going to just mark it. It hits about, the inside of it's about right there. So we mark on the gray part. So about right there, please.
And how the pencil, this belt, I usually go like from here, like that.
I go a little bit less.
And I go here.
Okay, because it won't even come anywhere near there. It's going to come to about right here. Watch. Almost made it.
Yeah,
About where I said.
there it is.
Okay, she's on. Can you shut that angle stop off just in case I get the urge to turn the water on and I forget? All right. Now that she's got that done, we'll be able to get ready to set the sink in and see how she goes. Well, what we're going to do now is we're getting ready to drop the sink in. And we're going to put a bead of this all the way around here. That way, when we drop the sink in, it'll seal up good. After Alicia got under there and looked, she seems to think that we can get some clips on this one. This sink is built different than the other one, the way the clips work. So basically, here's the clips. They basically just, we have one set up somewhere right here. This goes into the ridge of the sink up here, slides in, and then you turn this counterclockwise and it tightens it up. This little, she seems to think she'll be able to get most of those around the area there. So she's going to go ahead and put that sealant, and then we'll drop it in. We'll try to get some clips on it. The other thing is that the footprint on that other sink is slightly smaller than that other one. So we got a little bit of this showing right here in the back, but the sides and the front covers good, but that won't matter because it's only a little bit, and she's going to put some white caulking all the way around it to kind of clean it up and make it look good. This, I like to put a nice high bead, Alicia, that way when we set it down you get a good tight water seal. She knows that. I'm just narrating for the camera here. She knows what to do. All right, let's try this out. Ready, guys? That's cardboard.
Let me grab the hoses.
Thank you. That way they don't dangle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to set this in the right spot the first time.
Okay.
I don't know if I got to go left, and I'm just going to follow that paint mark. Let's say let go. There we go. A little bit more about right there. And then we can go forward a little bit. As you can see, everything is mostly covered up. The paint where the reglaze was, but over here we have some issue. This, we can't push it back anymore. Then it starts to show here. It's better it shows in the back than the front because we can kind of put icing on the cake back there. With caulking, where here we don't want to do that. We want to keep the front and the sides really, really clear. Ellie, is that meat or is that a space? Can you go over just a little bit more? No, that's it. That would be cocked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see that right there?
Oh, don't worry. I can do it.
Okay, that looks good. I guess so. All right, let's see if we can get some clips on it. Let me set you some clips up. You have one to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me, after she gets a few of these clips in, I'll show you underneath how they go. These clips basically go like this. You just take put it right through this hole and you turn it counterclockwise. And then this will go into the ridge of the sink like this, and then you tighten this up and this clip just draws up. On these garbage disposals, they don't come with a cord. You basically have a cord kit that you see right here. And the cord, you can put the cord either way, but per the instruction, if you look at the cord, it has on one side of the pigtail, you have a smooth coating of insulation, and then you have a rigid. And the smooth, I think, goes on the black, or the rigid one goes on the white. We'll look on the instructions. But nothing happens if you reverse it. Yes, you'll have reverse poultry, but it doesn't turn the motor the other direction because it's AC current. It might do that if it was DC. But we always put it the way it's supposed to go. So we always look at there, because I always forget, but it tells you right on the back.
Neutral wire ribbed.
Ribbed. Okay, so the insulation with the rib on it.
It's on the white.
On the white, and then the smooth
On the black.
goes on the black. So let's show them how that is. Right here. You can move it. I just want to get a picture of that. So here, you'll see that, you probably can't see it. I can't even see it. Okay, this one has like a rib, a bunch of lines in it, and this one's smooth. So they both have their dedicated spots. I got a couple pictures for the invoice. Let's see. Hold up the wire kit. Okay, thank you. I take pictures for the invoice because a lot of these owners think that this garbage disposal comes ready to go out of the box. And they think it's just plug and play, but it isn't. You know, you got to put the connector on. You have to wire it up. I mean, it's no big deal, but it's still, you know, what, 5-10 minutes of labor. So it's good that they see the pictures and they know what you're going through to get everything right.
You want to put this on too?
What?
The elbow?
No, you can wait till we get it on. I mean, you could if you want. Remember how to do that? Basically, here you got the 90, and the rubber still just sits in. You gotta remember now, we got a dishwasher, so you have to knock that plug out. If you don't have a dishwasher and you don't need a hose, you leave this plug that's in here But if you got a dishwasher, you got to take something and knock it in, and then you get it out. It's just a little plastic piece that you knock out. It's a knockout. You'll get it out of there. And then this goes right here.
In this case, we have a dishwasher.
And then the 90 sits on top of it with a flange and it waterproofs it. This doesn't go on behind the 90. Some people put it on behind the 90 and it doesn't go that way. Some people put it, let me see the 90. Some people put it back here and you don't. It goes in front like that, right in this hole right here. And then this guy goes right here like this, and it sets up a little bit. That goes in just like that. You can see there's a nice big gap between the plate and the garbage disposal. And then when you tighten it up, it compresses and it's watertight. Go ahead and knock that out, Minnie, and then make sure you dig it out of there. You can knock the plug out first.
Not the plug out?
Yeah. He's got the 90 on it. He's got the knockout punched out, and it's right there. And then he's got his port kit on, and it's ready to go. Alicia is over here working on those clips. Leave your mother alone. Going through here, this house has a little bit of history. We put this door in about 15 years ago. Everything, the gap is still perfect. It was a pre-hung unit, of course, and the gap is what it is from the factory. And this was probably 14 years ago, and this gate is ready to fall off the hinges here. So me and Alicia put this on years ago, still hanging there. So yeah, this house has a little bit of history. I think that gate's got to be close to 18 years old or 19. Okay, she's got as many clips on as she can get. So basically what she's going to do now, she's cleaning all the clear that came out from underneath it. She got about 2 clips on each side, and 1 in the back and 2 in the front, which isn't bad. We didn't think we were going to get any clips. So once she does that, now what she'll do is probably, before she puts the air gap on, she'll probably go around the sink and put the white caulking, the silicone around it, and dress it up a little bit. Alrighty, what she's doing now is she's basically hooking up the water supply lines to the angle stop. The one on the left is an old stop, and the one on the right is a new stop, and she wants me to turn on the water. That way, while she's hooking up the plumbing and everything else, she can check for leaks such as the faucet and the new angle stop and any connections. That way it'll give it some time to leak. Some things just don't leak right off the bat. And you can respond right away to let me know that he was there. Okay, she's prepping the area, and then she's going to take some DAP white and go all the way around it. And this is for kitchens and adhesive. It's also an adhesive. It's not just a sealant caulking. It's also an adhesive, so that'll help it, you know, stay nice and strong as well with those clips that she was able to put. So.
Garbage disposal on first, in case you move the sink.
I got the clips underneath.
chopping her finger off there. Take your half your finger with you.
Can I have a wet towel, Vinny?
Don't worry, I'll edit that out. She's blending that sealant in. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We'll have to be careful when we go to install the air gap. We don't hang over here and get our shirt in it and mess up our job. Nice and smooth, coming around the corner.
Right here.
Yeah, that's how it goes on rough at first.
Right here.
Then it's smoothed out like that. Yeah, you started about right here. You're gonna start smoothing out from about right here, I guess. And then it's gonna look like that. Up from right there. There's a little high spot right there. Sides I don't care too much about. I mean, but the front has to be extra beautiful. Like you. Just like glass, Alicia. Real nice. You can have the rest of the day off, and I'll go to the second job. See what I can do over there. Looks good, Al.
Okay.
Looks really good. All right, now she's going to install the air gap. How about if I hold that for you?
Okay.
Basically, when you put the air gap, put the rubber seal, the gasket, and some people put the gasket on underneath, but when you tighten it up, for some reason, it just kind of ends up squeezing through, and it just, we like it. I don't know what the instructions say, but we have better luck with the gasket on top of the deck, and rather than underneath. I should read the instructions, but we've done it both ways over the years, and we like putting it on the top.
Okay.
Oh wow, seems dark on here.
Oh, we might have to cancel that. Tightening up the basket strainer, put it on the other side as well. I'll show you on top here. It's still squishing out on the side, and that's what you want. All right, she's getting ready to install the traps. She needs to install 2 of them. Cut it the same as that almost.
The what? It's the same deal.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna, here, I might have one. Ooh, it smells.
Well, what did you do, fart?
No, the drain.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those generally you get them hand tight, but for some reason we always stick a pair of channel locks on them and just give them a little bit of tension. feels good. That looks good. About right there. I remember the first time she used channel locks on a piece of ABS, PVC, snapped the nut right off. She's learned since then.
And now the garbage disposal.
What's that up?
Garbage disposal, Vinny?
Okay, garbage disposal. Now she's gonna put the garbage disposal on.
Make sure those screws are tight.
Oh yeah. No, she'll tighten them up after. Wanna hold on? Get in your way, man. Piss you off.
Nice.
If I piss her off, she'll end up going home. I'll wait till she's all done and then piss her off. Oh, that's right, we need dinner tonight. We better not piss her off till after dinner. If you notice on the faucet hose, the pull-out part, there's a weight on that hose. That hose, if you put the weight too far down, then your handle, your spout, kind of gives way and it hangs out through the front. But when you put the weight up high enough, it keeps proper tension the whole time. Because you don't need 5 feet of pull-out. You just need maybe 24 inches just to rinse around the sink and stuff like that. A lot of people put that weight down lower, and then after a little time or something, they might hit it a few times on the pipe, and then it even gets further down. And then what happens is your handle up there comes loose, and you can always see it's not wanting to suck back in. And you just touch it, and it kind of falls out of place. Do I need a new one of those? Cool.
Is this from the van?
Yeah. Hey, do you think you can start putting my tools away
Yeah.
and leave the caulking out just in case there's some stuff? Get the tools in.
Is this trash?
No, that's extra parts. Mom saves those. She's got those hose clamps. Okay. You didn't give her the new hose clamps, did you?
One.
Oh, one's bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Is that trash?
Yeah, this is me.
Okay, that's what we're trying. Actually, put that on the truck. We'll keep that.
Okay, I need the pliers and the tie line.
What she's gonna do now is there's a lock ring on that garbage disposal. You have to make sure you pop that into place. It has like a little, when you turn it, it'll snap into place. A lot of people tighten them up, but they don't realize you gotta take it to where it clicks almost. It's not a click, it's just you'll feel it. It gets tight, 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 and then it
There it is.
smooths in.
That
You can hear it.
position.
There was a little noise to it right there.
There it
But
is.
my big mouth was talking.
I can tie myself.
Okay. Watch your feet here in case you kick out. looking good.
This one's gotta be good because of that vibration.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Does this all can go in the back?
Yeah, I think so, man. Please do. That's returns. I got so much to do. Did it start? Oh. Can I get a look under there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it after. Go ahead. Give it a minute.
We'll take a look at what you've done. On the right side, of course, she's got everything all plumbed in. New angle stop. Garbage disposal side, same thing. Doing a leak check. Got the hose right there, the pull out. Plenty of pull out. Let's see how much pull out you have up here, but we gotta make sure we don't get that wet. Let's just turn it off and do it. I think you got plenty. I don't want to mess up the caulking job. Yeah, that's plenty of pull out.
Yeah, that's
more
right
than
below.
yeah. Just as long as you let the sink, you know, like that, you're good. Okay, so you're gonna run both sides, right? Okay, should we fill that up with water both sides? Where's the basket strainer insert there? Yeah. We're gonna fill up both sides. What we like to do is fill up both sides with water. First we just let it run and see if there's anything obvious. And then if there's nothing obvious, then we fill them up both sides and pull both at the same time, run a little garbage disposal, and see what happens. Putting it under pressure really helps to check the leaks. Alright, well, we'll fill this up and we'll get back to you before we pull the plug. Alrighty, we're going to pull the plug on the left side first and put the garbage disposal on. Just give it some pressure. And then we're going to come down here and look while it's draining. No leaks. Everything's gone here. Now we're going to do the other side. Keep an eye on it down here. Everything nice and dry. Going down pretty good. Look at that. All right, it looks like we're all good. Well, hey, I want to thank everybody. If you made it this far in the video to the end, I really want to thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. I know it gets boring, but anyhow, thank you for being with us. What we're doing here, this is the hose. Turn that off a minute. This is the hose for the garbage disposal to the air gap. What we're doing is heating it up so we can mold it. Then they're like that, you can't mold them, and you end up pulling the air gap crooked or even popping the nut. So you have to preheat this hose and then put it where you want it, and then measure it out and cut it, and then heat it up some more to get it pliable. That way when you put it on, it doesn't pull the air gap one way or the other. So we use a blow dryer for that.